Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today's press conference is blessed uh, by the attendance of very eminent Sierra Leoneans. Some of them who have worked for this country then and are still continue to put their best foot forward. I'm going to start with the youngest of the team members, who really needs no introduction. So, on behalf of the ministry, I'd like to welcome um, my friend and brother, Mr. Yusuf Thomas Sandy, Esquire, because he's very jealous to leave his Esquire out. Probably Sierra Leone's youngest press secretary in our 51, 61 years. So, also with us in attendance is Honorable Dr. Alhaji Alfa Khan, my immediate predecessor here at the Ministry of Information and Communications. Kotokan comes very heavily loaded, a lot of experience. So he's here today. He'll be talking to us about His Excellency's very recent successful outing on the global stage. Right? He'll talk to us about that. Of course, today's meeting will gravitate for the most part around Dr. David Moinda Senge. You are all aware of this year's theme at the United Nations General Assembly. So David led the ministry's team that went, saw, and conquered. He'll be telling us and giving us a blow-by-blow, minute-by-minute account of what test was all about, His Excellency's exploits there at Onga, and what Sierra Leone should be proud of, what we achieved, and why we should be proud of those achievements. I'll be there, backstopping then, just to make sure we get this message to the last person. I have listened to comments that the message is not going down. So if it's not going down, it's a tragic failure, a collective tragic failure for all of us. Because every time we call you, we engage you, we share government activities with you, what we plan, what we do, and the successes. So if that is not going down, it means you're also not doing very well. And that is why I disagree. I know we are doing our very best. We need to do more, and we'll continue to do more together. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I now I have been advised, Mr. Tori, this is by no means usurping your role. I'm just trying to ensure that you get some rest after all of this turbulence. We're proud to our commencement. So I'm going to call on Mr. Yusuf Keketoma Sandi to do the curtain raiser. He is the President's press secretary. He was literally with him in every place he visited, even at bilateral sessions. So who better to do the curtain raiser than him? Keketoma, please, most heartily welcome to the usual rituals of Thursday.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Minister and the host. We're here to be with you today, and I'm here with my elder brother and good friend, Dr. Khan. And for the very first time, we're on the press conference together. It's very refreshing to show as well how much we work as a government. Now, what I'll be doing is just to take you through from when we left Sierra Leone, we went to New York and the engagements that we participated in. And like the minister said, David will deal with the summit, and then at some point again we'll have Dr. Khan to try and give more details on some of the other activities and perspectives. So we left here on Saturday, the 17th, as you will all know, of September, departing the shores for participating in the Transforming Education Summit at the 77th UN General Assembly. On the same day as well, the First Lady also departed the shores. She was also attending the funeral ceremony of Queen Elizabeth II, which was a responsibility delegated to her by His Excellency the President. Now, when we arrived on Sunday, we had a bilateral meeting between His Excellency the President and the UN Secretary General, Antonio Guterres. Now, as you would know, or as probably Minister David Senga will tell you, His Excellency the President and the UN Secretary General are both co-chairs for this year's Transforming Education Summit. And in that meeting, the UN Secretary General obviously praised the President for his investments in education and many things he has done in terms of peace consolidation and sustaining our democracy. And the President also used the opportunity to brief him and give him details of what we have done to ensure that we continue investing in education. Now, following on from that on Sunday, on the 19th, which is the Monday, we also had a full engagement with lots of people. We started with the UNAIDS Executive Director, who is Winnie Biayama on the margins of the 77th UN General Assembly. And in that meeting also, she was full of praise for His Excellency the President for two things. One, because His Excellency the President has done so much in terms of protecting and promoting the rights of girls. Because you have to remember, UNAIDS deals with how do we make sure that adolescent girls in schools are protected from HIV/AIDS. So in that meeting also we discussed on how they can partner with government to see how they can introduce, for instance,